Leonardo DiCaprio is a famous actor from the United States. He is known all over the world for his movies. He is not only a movie star but also a person who cares about the planet. His story is full of hard work, big dreams, and strong passion. Leonardo was born in Los Angeles, California, in 1974. His family was not rich. His parents separated when he was very young. He lived with his mother, who worked very hard to support him. From a young age, Leonardo wanted to act. He had big dreams, but it was not easy for him. He went to many auditions and faced many rejections. Still, he did not give up. When Leonardo was a teenager, he started acting in television shows and small films. People began to notice his talent. He worked very hard and gave his best in every role. Soon, he got his first big chance in a movie called What's Eating Gilbert Grape. His performance was very strong, and people praised him. He even got his first Oscar nomination. This was just the beginning. Leonardo's big moment came when he starred in Titanic in 1997. The movie was a huge success. It became one of the most popular films in history. Leonardo became a global star. Many people would stop working just to watch him on screen. But he did not let fame change him. He wanted to grow as an actor and do more serious roles. After Titanic, Leonardo worked with great directors like Martin Scorsese and Christopher Nolan. He acted in movies like Inception, The Revenant, and The Wolf of Wall Street. These films showed his skill and dedication. In 2016, he won his first Oscar for The Revenant. It was a proud moment for him and his fans around the world. Leonardo is also known for his work outside films. He loves nature and works to protect the earth. He started the Leonardo DiCaprio Foundation to help stop climate change. He speaks at world events and supports green energy. He uses his voice to help animals, forests, and oceans. This shows that he is not only a good actor but also a good human being. His life teaches us many lessons. It teaches us to follow our dreams, work hard, and never give up. It shows us that fame is not everything. What matters is what you do with your success. Leonardo chose to give back to the world. This video will take you through his life journey, from a young boy in Los Angeles to a Hollywood star and global role model. It will inspire you to dream big, work hard, and care for others. Just like Leonardo, you too can make a big difference in the world. Let us begin the story of Leonardo DiCaprio, the actor, the activist, and the icon. Chapter 1: Humble Beginnings, From Los Angeles to the Spotlight. Leonardo DiCaprio was born on November 11, 1974, in Los Angeles, California. His full name is Leonardo Wilhelm DiCaprio. He got his first name because his mother was looking at a painting by Leonardo da Vinci when he first kicked inside her womb. She thought it was a special sign. Leonardo's family was not rich. His parents were artists, but they did not have much money. When Leonardo was only 1 year old, his parents separated. He lived with his mother, Ermeline, who worked very hard to raise him. She loved him very much and always supported his dreams. She took him to auditions and helped him follow his passion for acting. Leonardo grew up in a small house in a rough neighborhood in Los Angeles. There were many problems in the area, such as crime and drugs. But Leonardo stayed focused on his goals. Even as a child, he knew he wanted to be an actor. He used to act and make funny faces in front of the mirror. He also liked watching movies and pretending to be the characters. At school, Leonardo found it hard to sit still. He was full of energy and did not always enjoy studying. But he had a big imagination. His teachers saw that he was creative and liked to perform. So, his mother decided to help him join auditions for TV shows and commercials. Leonardo's first acting jobs were in advertisements and small roles in TV shows. He did not become famous right away. He had to work hard and hear many no's before getting a yes. But he did not give up. He believed in himself, and his mother believed in him too. One of his early TV roles was in a show called Growing Pains. People started to notice his talent and his charming smile. He was different from other young actors. He could show deep feelings and act like a real person, not just a character. This helped him get more roles in movies. Leonardo got his first big film role in this boy's life in 1993, acting with the famous actor Robert De Niro. Leonardo was only 19 years old, but he gave a strong performance. Everyone started to talk about the new young actor. The same year, he acted in What's Eating Gilbert Grape. He played a boy with a disability, and many people were amazed by how well he acted. He even got his first Oscar nomination for that role. Leonardo's journey from a small house in Los Angeles to the movie screen was not easy. He worked hard, stayed strong, and followed his dream. His early life teaches us that where you come from does not decide where you can go. With support, passion, and hard work, anything is possible. This was just the beginning of Leonardo's story. Many more great things were waiting for him. He was ready to shine in the spotlight. Chapter 2. Breaking Through, The Rise of a Young Star. After working in TV shows and small movie roles, Leonardo DiCaprio was ready for something bigger. He had already shown his talent in This Boy's Life and What's Eating Gilbert Grape. People in Hollywood began to see that Leonardo was not just a regular actor. He was special. He had something different. He could show strong emotions and make people feel something when they watched him. Leonardo was still very young, but he worked like a true professional. He listened to directors, studied his roles, and always gave his best. He was serious about acting and wanted to keep improving. He didn't want to be famous just for his looks. He wanted to be known for his talent and hard work. In the 1990s, Leonardo acted in several films that helped him grow. He chose roles that were difficult and interesting. In The Basketball Diaries, he played a teenager with a drug problem. It was a very emotional role, and he acted it with great skill. Many people were surprised by how real and powerful his performance was. This role showed that he was ready for bigger movies. Leonardo also acted in Romeo and Juliet, a modern version of the famous love story by William Shakespeare. He played Romeo, a young man in love. The movie was popular with teenagers, and Leonardo became a heartthrob around the world. Many young people started to follow his work and wanted to know more about him. Posters of Leonardo were everywhere, and fans loved his charm and style. Then came a movie that changed everything: Titanic. In 1997, Leonardo played Jack Dawson, a poor young man who falls in love with a rich girl on a ship. The movie was a huge success. It became one of the biggest films in history. People all over the world watched it again and again. Leonardo's face was on magazines, TV shows, and news. He became a superstar. Even though Titanic made him very famous, Leonardo did not let fame control him. He said no to many movie offers that only wanted to use his good looks. He wanted to be taken seriously as an actor, not just a celebrity. So, he chose roles that were different, deep, and full of meaning. He worked hard to show that he was more than just a handsome face. The rise of Leonardo DiCaprio was fast but not lucky. It was the result of many years of effort, learning, and strong belief. He showed that with passion and patience, young people can do amazing things. He also showed that being famous is not enough. You need to keep growing and improving. This chapter of Leonardo's life was full of new chances and big lessons. He was now one of the brightest young stars in the world. But for Leonardo, the journey was just getting started. There were still many more roles to play and dreams to follow. Chapter 3. Titanic Success, Global Fame and Pressure. In 1997, Leonardo DiCaprio became one of the most famous people in the world. He played the role of Jack Dawson in the movie Titanic. The film was about a big ship that sank in the ocean. It was a love story between Jack, a poor artist, and Rose, a rich young woman. Their story touched the hearts of millions. Titanic was a very big movie. It had a great story, beautiful music, and strong acting. People cried in the cinema. They laughed, too. Many people went to watch the film again and again. It became the #1 movie in the world at that time. Leonardo's role in the movie was very important. He acted with great feeling and made the character of Jack Dawson come alive. People loved his smile, his energy, and his kindness. He became a hero for many fans. Posters of Leonardo were in bedrooms, schools, and shops. Young people called him Leo and waited for his next movie. With this success came global fame. Suddenly, Leonardo could not walk outside without cameras following him. Reporters wanted to ask him questions all the time. Fans wanted pictures and autographs. He was in magazines and on television every day. He had become a superstar. But this fame also brought pressure. Leonardo was only 23 years old, and everything in his life changed very fast. He was happy about the success of Titanic, but he also felt tired. He did not enjoy being followed everywhere. He loved acting, but not the fame that came with it. After Titanic, many filmmakers wanted Leonardo to act in their movies. They offered him big money. But he said no to many roles. He did not want to do the same kind of movie again and again. He wanted to try new and different roles. He wanted to grow as an actor. Leonardo also said that he was not ready for all the attention. He wanted a simple life. He spent time with friends and family. He traveled and read books. He took time to think about what kind of movies he wanted to do next. Some people in the film industry said Leonardo would not last long. They thought he was just a pretty face. But Leonardo knew what he wanted. He decided to work harder and prove that he was more than just a handsome actor. The success of Titanic was a turning point in Leonardo's life. It gave him a big name, but also big pressure. Still, he stayed calm and focused. He did not let fame change his goals. He kept his love for acting strong. This chapter of Leonardo's life shows us that success can be wonderful but also difficult. It teaches us that staying true to yourself is very important. Leonardo chose a path that helped him grow, both as a person and as an actor. The world was watching, and he was ready to take the next step. Chapter 4: Craft over Celebrity, Choosing Complex Roles. After the great success of Titanic, Leonardo Dicaprio became one of the most famous people in the world. Many fans loved him. Many directors wanted him in their movies. He was young, handsome, and very popular. But Leonardo did not want to be just a celebrity. He wanted to be a great actor. Leonardo had a big choice to make. He could continue doing romantic films and enjoy quick success. But he wanted something more. He loved acting, and he wanted to play serious and complex characters. He wanted to show his skill and grow as an artist. For him, acting was not about fame. It was about the craft. Leonardo began to choose roles that were deep and difficult. He acted in movies where his characters had many emotions and problems. These roles were not always easy. They required hard work and deep understanding. But Leonardo was ready. He wanted to challenge himself. One of his early serious roles after Titanic was in the movie The Beach. In this film, he played a young man looking for a perfect life, but he finds danger and darkness instead. It was not a big hit, but Leonardo learned from the experience. He then started working with famous director Martin Scorsese. Their first movie together was Gangs of New York. In this film, Leonardo played a young man living in a violent time. He had to train hard, speak with a different accent, and act in many difficult scenes. People saw that Leonardo was becoming a powerful actor. Leonardo and Martin Scorsese made more films together, like The Aviator, The Departed, and Shutter Island. In The Aviator, Leonardo played Howard Hughes, a rich man with a troubled mind. It was a very complex role. He had to show fear, sadness, strength, and confusion. Many people praised his acting in this film. In The Departed, Leonardo played a police officer living a dangerous double life. The movie had action, drama, and suspense. Again, Leonardo gave a strong and real performance. He was no longer just a star from Titanic. He was now one of the best actors in Hollywood. Leonardo continued to choose films with meaning. In Blood Diamond, he showed the pain of war in Africa. In Revolutionary Road, he acted in a story about love, dreams, and sadness. These movies were not always fun to watch, but they made people think. That is what Leonardo wanted, to make films that matter. By choosing complex roles, Leonardo showed the world that he cared about the art of acting. He did not take the easy road. He chose to work hard, learn more, and become better. He believed that true success comes from passion and effort, not from being famous. This chapter in Leonardo's life teaches us to follow our heart, not the crowd. He could have stayed a celebrity, but he chose to become a true artist. And that choice made all the difference. Chapter 5. Collaborations with Scorsese, a dynamic duo. After Titanic, Leonardo DiCaprio wanted to grow as an actor. He looked for stories that were deep and powerful. Around this time, he met a great director named Martin Scorsese. Martin had made many famous films. He was known for telling strong, emotional stories. When Leonardo and Martin started working together, something special happened. They became a powerful team in Hollywood. Their first movie together was Gangs of New York in 2002. Leonardo played a young man named Amsterdam. He wanted revenge for his father's death. The film was full of action, drama, and emotion. Leonardo worked very hard on this role. He learned how people spoke and lived in that time. Martin helped him bring the character to life. This film showed that Leonardo was now a serious actor. After that, they made The Aviator in 2004. Leonardo played Howard Hughes, a rich man who made airplanes and movies. But Howard also had a mental illness. Leonardo had to show both the strong and the weak sides of this man. He studied for months and gave one of the best performances of his life. He won a Golden Globe Award for this role. People saw that he was not just famous, he was also very talented. Next came The Departed in 2006. In this movie, Leonardo played a police officer working in secret. His job was very dangerous. He had to lie to everyone and live in fear. The movie was full of surprises and emotion. It won the Oscar for Best Picture. Many people called it one of the best crime films ever made. In 2010, they made Shutter Island. This movie was about a man who visits a hospital for the mentally ill. Leonardo's character thinks he is solving a mystery, but things are not what they seem. The film was dark, scary, and full of emotion. Leonardo gave a strong and deep performance again. Then in 2013, they made The Wolf of Wall Street. This film was different. It was fast, wild, and sometimes funny. Leonardo played a man who becomes rich by cheating others. The character was not a hero, but Leonardo showed every side of him. He made people laugh, think, and even feel sad. He was nominated for an Oscar again. Leonardo and Martin worked so well together because they trusted each other. Martin knew how to push Leonardo to be better. Leonardo listened and worked hard. Together, they made movies that were not just popular, they were powerful, smart, and emotional. Many people say that this actor-director team is one of the best in film history. They have made many great movies together. Each one shows a different side of life. They take risks, try new things, and always aim for the best. This chapter shows how strong teamwork can create something amazing. Leonardo and Martin helped each other grow. They proved that when you work with the right people, you can do great things. Their friendship and hard work gave us some of the best films of our time. Chapter 6. Oscar Journey, Perseverance and Recognition. Leonardo DiCaprio is one of the best actors in the world. He has played many powerful and emotional roles. But for a long time, he did not win an Oscar. The Oscar is the most famous award for actors. Many people were surprised that Leonardo had not won it, even after so many great performances. Leonardo's journey to the Oscar was long and full of hard work. His first Oscar nomination came in 1994. He was only 19 years old. He played a boy with a mental disability in the film What's Eating Gilbert Grape. People loved his acting. They saw that he had great talent. But he did not win the award. After that, Leonardo gave many strong performances. He acted in The Aviator, Blood Diamond, and The Wolf of Wall Street. Each time, he gave everything to the role. He studied hard, trained hard, and acted with great emotion. He was nominated for the Oscar many times, but he still did not win. Many fans began to ask, when will Leonardo win? They felt he deserved the award. But Leonardo stayed calm. He never complained. He kept working, kept learning, and kept choosing roles that were difficult and different. He showed that he loved acting more than fame or awards. Then came the movie The Revenant in 2015. In this film, Leonardo played a man fighting to survive in the snow after a bear attack. The role was very hard. He had to film in freezing temperatures. He ate raw meat, wore heavy clothes, and crawled through snow and mud. He did not speak much in the film, so he had to show emotion with his face and eyes. It was one of his hardest roles. Finally, in 2016, Leonardo won the Oscar for Best Actor. When his name was called, people around the world cheered. It was a big moment. On stage, he gave a speech about the environment and how we must protect our planet. He used his moment of success to send a message of hope and care. Winning the Oscar was not just about one movie. It was about years of hard work, passion, and never giving up. Leonardo showed that sometimes, we have to wait for success. But if we keep trying, it will come. Even after winning, Leonardo stayed humble. He did not stop working hard. He continued to act in strong films and support important causes. The Oscar was a big award, but it did not change who he was. This chapter teaches us an important lesson. Success does not always come quickly. Sometimes, we have to wait and keep working. Leonardo's Oscar journey shows the power of patience, hard work, and belief in yourself. His story gives hope to everyone who has a dream. Chapter 7: Environmental Warrior. Passion beyond the screen. Leonardo Dicaprio is known around the world as a great actor. But there is another side of him that many people admire. He is also a strong voice for the environment. He cares deeply about nature, animals, and the future of our planet. His love for the earth is just as strong as his love for acting. From a young age, Leonardo saw how nature was changing. He learned about pollution, global warming, and the loss of animals and forests. These things made him worried. He wanted to do something to help. So, he used his fame to speak out. He became an environmental warrior. In 1998, after the success of Titanic, Leonardo started the Leonardo Dicaprio Foundation. This group works to protect the earth. It helps projects that save forests, clean oceans, and support green energy. The foundation has given money to many groups that fight climate change and protect wildlife. Leonardo also makes documentaries about the environment. One of his most famous films is Before the Flood. In this movie, he travels around the world to see the effects of climate change. He talks to scientists, world leaders, and people living in areas hurt by pollution and rising temperatures. The film teaches people why we must act now to save the earth. He has spoken at the United Nations, a group where world leaders meet to solve big problems. In 2014, Leonardo gave a strong speech about climate change. He asked leaders to take action before it's too late. He said that the time to stop pollution is now, not later. Many people were moved by his words. Leonardo also changes how he lives. He drives electric cars, uses solar power, and eats less meat. He chooses to travel in ways that cause less harm to the planet. He shows that everyone can do something, even small things, to help the environment. He works with groups like WWF, Worldwide Fund for Nature, and Global Green. These groups protect animals like tigers, elephants, and sharks. They also help people learn how to live in a cleaner, greener way. Leonardo gives both his time and money to support these missions. Even though he is a Hollywood star, Leonardo does not just talk, he acts. He takes real steps to help the earth. He believes that we are all connected, and we all share the same home, our planet. This chapter shows us that one person can make a big difference. Leonardo uses his fame to help others and protect the world. He teaches us to care not only about ourselves but also about nature and future generations. Leonardo DiCaprio is more than an actor. He is a leader for the planet. His passion for the earth is strong and true. Through his voice and actions, he inspires people everywhere to stand up and protect the world we live in. Chapter 8: Style and Influence, a Modern Icon. Leonardo DiCaprio is not only a great actor and environmental leader. He is also a modern icon. This means he is someone many people look up to. His style, personality, and choices influence people around the world. From red carpets to charity work, Leonardo shows how to live with purpose and grace. Leonardo's style is simple but strong. He often wears classic suits at events. He does not wear too many flashy clothes or expensive jewelry. Instead, he chooses a clean and elegant look. People admire his fashion because it feels real and honest. Young people follow his style and want to dress like him. In his everyday life, Leonardo wears casual clothes. He often wears plain t-shirts, jeans, and a cap. Even though he is very famous, he likes to stay low-key. He does not try to show off his money or success. This makes him even more respected by fans. Leonardo also influences people through the roles he chooses. He does not pick easy or popular films just to make money. He chooses stories that are powerful and meaningful. People watch his movies not just for fun, but also to learn and think. He shows that a star can also be smart, brave, and thoughtful. Many young actors say that Leonardo is their role model. They watch his movies to learn how to act better. They also learn from how he behaves. He is kind to his coworkers, polite to fans, and serious about his work. He shows that being professional is just as important as being talented. Leonardo's influence is not only in movies or fashion. He uses his voice to speak about important issues like climate change, animal protection, and human rights. When he talks, people listen. He has millions of followers on social media. He shares news, facts, and ways to help the planet. He uses his fame to make the world better. Another reason people admire Leonardo is that he stays true to himself. He does not change for fame or money. He chooses what he believes is right. He keeps his private life quiet and focuses on his work and passions. This makes people trust and respect him more. He also supports young talents. He helps new filmmakers, artists, and activists. He knows that real change comes when people help each other. His actions teach us that success is not just about winning, it is also about lifting others up. This chapter shows that Leonardo DiCaprio is more than just a movie star. He is a symbol of style, strength, and wisdom. He proves that true influence comes from actions, not just looks. By being himself, he shows others how to live with purpose, care, and confidence. Leonardo's style is not only in his clothes. It is in his choices, his voice, and his heart. That is why he is a modern icon, someone who inspires people of all ages around the world. Chapter 9: Challenges and Controversies, Staying Grounded. Even though Leonardo DiCaprio is very successful, his life has not always been easy. Like many famous people, he has faced challenges and controversies. But through it all, he has stayed grounded. This means he has stayed calm, humble, and focused on what really matters. As a child actor, Leonardo worked very hard to get roles. He faced many rejections and people told him he would not make it. But he never gave up. When he became famous after Titanic, everything in his life changed. Millions of fans followed him. He was in the news and magazines all the time. It was not easy to handle so much attention at a young age. Some people said Leonardo was just a pretty face. They thought he became famous only because of his looks. This made him work even harder to show his real talent. He chose serious and difficult roles to prove that he was more than just a celebrity. He wanted to be respected as an actor, not just as a star. Over the years, Leonardo has also faced criticism. Some people talked about his private life, especially his relationships. The media sometimes made stories about him that were not always fair or true. But Leonardo did not let these things stop him. He kept his focus on his work and his goals. There were also people who questioned his work for the environment. They said that because he travels by plane or stays in luxury hotels, he should not talk about climate change. But Leonardo answered them by showing what he does to help. He supports green energy, donates to nature groups, and speaks out at world events. He knows he is not perfect, but he tries every day to do better. That is what staying grounded means. Leonardo also stays grounded by keeping good people around him. He works with friends he trusts. He listens to his family and team. He does not let fame change who he is. He still enjoys simple things like nature, music, and spending time with loved ones. In interviews, Leonardo often says that he is lucky. He knows that many people helped him along the way. He does not act like he is better than others. Instead, he uses his success to give back. He helps protect the planet and supports young artists and scientists. He also takes time between films to rest and think. He does not rush into every movie. He waits for the right story. This shows that he cares more about quality than fame or money. It is another way he stays true to himself. This chapter teaches us that even the most famous people face problems. What matters is how they deal with them. Leonardo teaches us to stay calm, work hard, and always try to improve. He shows us that you can be strong, kind, and successful at the same time. By staying grounded, Leonardo DiCaprio has become not just a great actor, but also a great person. Chapter 10, Legacy in Motion, DiCaprio's Enduring Impact. Leonardo DiCaprio is more than a famous actor. His life, work, and choices have created a lasting legacy. A legacy is something a person leaves behind that helps and inspires others. Leonardo's legacy is still growing, but even now, it is strong and clear. First, Leonardo's impact on the film world is very big. He has acted in many powerful movies that people will remember for years. His roles are not always easy or safe. He chooses stories that make people think. Whether he is playing a lost dreamer in Inception, a wild businessman in The Wolf of Wall Street, or a man fighting to survive in The Revenant, Leonardo gives everything to his performance. Young actors look up to him. Directors want to work with him. His passion for acting has raised the level of modern cinema. But Leonardo's legacy goes far beyond acting. He is a strong voice for the planet. For more than 20 years, he has spoken about climate change and environmental problems. He started the Leonardo DiCaprio Foundation to protect the Earth. This foundation has helped support over 200 projects in more than 50 countries. It works to save animals, forests, oceans, and clean air. Leonardo has also used his fame to help others understand serious issues. He makes documentaries like Before the Flood to teach people about the dangers of climate change. He talks at big world meetings like the United Nations to ask leaders to protect nature. Because he is famous, many people listen to him. He uses his voice not for himself, but for the good of the world. Another part of his legacy is how he inspires people to live with purpose. He teaches us to care about more than just money or fame. He shows us that success means using your power to help others. He lives simply, even though he is rich. He chooses his work carefully. He gives time, energy, and money to the causes he believes in. Leonardo also supports the next generation. He gives young artists, scientists, and activists a chance to grow. He believes that young people will help create a better future. His support gives them the strength and tools to lead the way. What makes Leonardo's legacy special is that it is not finished. He is still acting, still learning, and still helping. His legacy is in motion, which means it is moving and growing. Every movie he makes, every speech he gives, and every step he takes towards saving the planet adds to that legacy. This chapter reminds us that one person can make a big difference. You do not have to be perfect, just passionate. you do not have to do everything, just something. Leonardo DiCaprio shows us that with heart, hard work, and hope, we can leave the world better than we found it. His story will inspire many people for years to come. His legacy lives on, in film, in nature, and in the hearts of people who believe in change. Vocabularies. 1. Legacy, something valuable left behind by someone after they are gone, the lasting impact of a person's life or work. 2. Fame, the condition of being known by many people for what you do. 3. Perseverance, continuing to try hard even when it is difficult. 4. Grounded, being sensible, calm, and not letting success or problems change you. 5. Environment, the natural world, including land, water, air, and living things. 6. Icon, a person who is greatly admired and seen as a symbol of something special. 7. Controversy, a public disagreement or debate about something people have different opinions on. 8. Challenge, a difficult task or problem that needs effort to solve. 9. Inspire, to make someone want to do something positive or creative. 10. Impact, the strong effect or influence something or someone has on others. Quiz questions. 1. Where was Leonardo DiCaprio born and raised? 2. What was Leonardo's breakthrough film that brought him global attention in the 1990s? 3. Which movie made Leonardo DiCaprio a global superstar? 4. Why did Leonardo choose to act in serious and complex roles after Titanic? 5. Who is the famous director that Leonardo DiCaprio has worked with on many successful films? 6. For which film did Leonardo DiCaprio finally win his first Oscar? 7. What is the name of the foundation Leonardo started to protect the environment? 8. What is one reason Leonardo is considered a modern icon? 9. How did Leonardo respond to controversies and media pressure in his personal life? 10. What does Leonardo's ongoing legacy teach people around the world? Thank you so much for listening. We hope you enjoyed learning with us. If you like this content, please like, subscribe, and share it with your friends and family. Your support helps us grow and bring you more inspiring stories and easy English learning content. Do you have a topic you'd like us to cover in our next video? Maybe a famous person, an invention, or a country? Let us know in the comments or messages. We'd love to hear your ideas. You can find answers in the description. Thanks again, and keep learning with us. See you in the next video.